Hi friends, continuing to the chapter, the computer. Anatomy of the computer system. A typical computer system, irrespective of its size, class or type, consists of an hardware and software, integrated and harmonized together to perform an computational work, that is, scientific or military or data processing. Computer hardware. Hardware system. Computer hardware system consists of the components that can be physically handled. It refers to the physical units or the machine of the fundamental units which make us the computer configuration which is done to suit the goals and objective of the users. The function of these concepts is typically divided into three main categories: input, output and storage. Components in these categories connects to the microprocessor, especially the computer's central processing unit, that is CPU, the electronic circuitry that provides the computational ability and the control of the computer via wires or circuitry called a bus. Hardware may be classified into central processing unit, that is CPU, and the peripheral. The CPU entitles the control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, and the internal memory unit or the main memory. The peripheral consists of the input, output, and the auxiliary storage unit. Strictly speaking, computer is made up of five distinct elements to include. First, the central processing unit, ALU or CU. Second, the input device. Third, the output unit. Fourth, the storage unit, that is internal and auxiliary. Fifth, the communicational network, bus, that links all the elements of the system and connects the sixth one, external world, that is cables and cords. Motherboard. The motherboard is printed circuit board that connects the other components through the uses of the traces or electrical pathways. The motherboard is indesignable, the computer, and provides the main computer capability. Personal computers normally have one central processing unit on the motherboard. The central processing unit, CPU. This is the main brain of the computer that accesses the data, performance, the operation on the data, and send us out the result. Information from an input device or from the computer memory is communicated via the bus to the central processing unit, which is a part of a computer that translates the commands and runs the program. It consists of ALU and CU and a single chip or a series of a chip that performs an arithmetic and logical calculations and controls the operation of the other elements of the system. Most CPU chips are composed of four functional sessions. First, ALU, calculating ability, either arithmetical or logical operations. 2. Registers, temporary storage area that holds data, keep tracks of the instructions, and hold the location and the results of these operations. 3. Control session, times and regulates the operation of the entire computer system by using its instruction decoder to read patterns of an data in a designed register and translate the patterns into activities such as addition or the comparison. It also uses in its interrupts input to indicate the order in which the individual operation uses the CPU and regulates the amount of CPU time allotted to each operations. Fourth, internal bus, network of a communication line that connects the internal elements of the processor and also lead to the external connectors like that links the processors to the other elements of the computer. The main functions of the microprocessor CPU chips includes the following. A. Control use of a main storage in the storage data and instruction, that is in ROM. B. Control the sequence of the operation. C. Give commands to all the parts of the computer system. D. Carry out the processing. Input device. Input unit consists of an external devices that it is the component outside the computer's CPU. It provides or fetches the information and the instruction to the computer. These includes the keyboard, mouse, mechanical, optomechanical or optical, light pen, joystick, scanner, microphone, video recognizing modules, optional character reader, magnetic ink character reader recognition, barcode reader, badge reader, digitalizer, touchscreen, and optical mark reader. First, the light pen. This is a stylus with a light sensitive that it is used to draw directly on a computer video screen or to select the information on the screen by pressing a clip in the light pen or by pressing the light pen against the surface of the screen. The pen contains the light sensor that identifies which portion of the screen it is passed over. It is mostly used in with the laptop. B. Mouse. This is a pointing device designed to be gripped by one hand. It has a detection device, usually a ball, on the bottom that enables the user to control the motion of an on-screen printer or cursor by moving the mouse on a flat surface. As the device, the mouse across the surfaces, the cursor moves across the screen to select the items or to choose commands on the screen. The user presses a button on the mouse. C. The joystick. Joystick is a pointing device composed of a lever that moves in multiple directions to navigate a cursor or the other graphical objects on a computer screen. D. Optical scanner. This is a light sensing equipment that converts images such as a picture or a text into an electronic signal that can be manipulated by a computer. For example, a photograph can be scanned into a computer and then included in a text document created on that computer. The two most common scanner types are the fatball scanner, which is similar to an office photocopier, and the handheld scanner, which is passed manually across the images to be processed. Microphone. This is a device for converting a sound into signal that can be stored, manipulated, and played back by the computer. A voice recognition module is a device that converts the spoken words into an information that the computer can recognize and process. G. Modem. This stands for modular demodular. Is a device that connects a computer to a telephone line or a cable television network and allows the information to be transmitted to or received from another computer. Each computer that sends or receives the information must be connected to a modem. Output device. Output device consists of an hardware that transfers the information from the computer CPU to the computer user. This includes the monitor, printer, plotter, or the speaker. Video graphic adapter. This is a device that converts the information generally by the computer into a visual information called the monitor. It looks similar to a television set. Information from the CPU is displayed on the screen of the monitor. Printers. Information and the graphic process are produced with the aid of a computer or printed out as hard copy with the aid of a printer. There are different types of printer: dot matrix printer, laser printer, inkjet, etc. Plotters. Computer outputs to microform or FINCI-COM, which process the information on the rolls of a film. Drum plotter or the slide of the film. Flatbed plotter. Storage device. Storage device provide a permanent storage of an information and the program for the revival by the computer. The two main types of storage device are the disk drives and the memory. There are several types of disk drive: hard disk drive, floppy disk, magneto-optical, and the compact disk. Hard disk drives stores the information in the magnetic particles embedded in a disk. Usually a permanent part of the computer hardware, disk drive can store a large amount of an information and retrieve the information very quickly. The disks are of the different sizes such as 1G, 10G, 40G, etc. Floppy disk drive also stores the information in an magnetic particles embedded in the removable disk. Floppy disk stores the less information than a hard drive and retrieve the information at much slower rate. It is of the two types: 5/4 floppy disk and 3.5 floppy disk. Magneto-optical disk drive, which stores the information on the remote disk that are sensitive to the both laser light and the magnetic field. They can typically store as much as information as the hard disk, but they have a slightly slower retrieve speed. Compact disk drive stores the information on the bits burned into the surface of a disk of relatively material such as CD-ROM and CD-ROMs. CD-ROMs can store about as much information as a hard drive but have a slower rate of an information retrieval. Digital video disc, that is DVD. This is a similar and works like an CD-ROM but can store more than 15 times as much as the information. Flash drivers work as a floppy disk but more sensitive as a hard disk that must be ejected logical before the final removal from the computer system. It has more memory than the floppy disk. Memory card work as a flash drive but with an additional device called as a card reader. This is very effective and more durable than the flash drives. Some drives serves more than one purpose. For example, floppy disk may also use as an input device if they contain the information to be used and processed by the computer user. In addition, they can be used as an output device if the user wants to store the results of the computation on them. System memory. Memory refers to the computer chip that can store the information for a quick retrieval by the CPU. They are basically divided into two: ROM and RAM. Random access memory (RAM) is used to store the information and the instruction that operates the computer program. Typical programs are transferred from the storage on a disk drive to RAM. RAM is also known as a voltage memory because the information within the computer chip is lost when the power to the computer is turned off or the computer hanged. Read-only memory, that is ROM, contains a critical information and a software that must be permanently available for the computer operation, such as the operating system that directs the computer's action from the startup to shutdown. ROM is called as non-voltage memory because the memory chips do not lose the information when the power to the computer is turned off. Hardware connections. To function, the hardware requires a physical connection that allows the components to communicate and interact. A bus provides a common interconnected system composed of a group of wires or a circuitry that coordinates and moves the information between the internal parts of a computer. A bus is characterized by the two features: how much information it can manipulate at one time, called the bus bridge, and how quickly it can transfer these data. A serial connection is a wire of a set of wires used to transform the information from the CPU to an external device such as mouse, keyboards, modems, scanner, and some types of the printers. This type of connections transfer only one piece of data at the time and is therefore slow. The advantages of using a serial connections is that it provides effective connections or a long distance. A parallel connection uses multiple set of wire to transfer the block of an information simultaneously. Most scanners and the printers use this type of connections. A parallel connection is much faster than a serial connection, but it is limited to distance of less than 3 meters, that is 10 feet, between the CPU and the external device. Computer software. Software is a set of an instruction that tells the computer what to do and when to do it. The computer uses these instructions to manipulate the data and enhance the proper functionings of the hardware components. It is designed to exploit and provide the potential capabilities of the hardware to the users. It converts the data into an information and allow the user to use the computer in the different ways. Computer programs are written by the human being like you. This means that the person who writes a program also decides on its functionality and behavior, which explains why two programs that are supposed to do the same things don't do it the same way. This is why, regardless of your expertise, you need to be acquainted with a particular program in order to make better use of it. The fact that you don't know a particular program doesn't say anything about your intelligence or lack of it. It simply means that you are not familiar with that program. These programs are usually stored and transferred via the computer's hardware to and fro from the CPU. Software also governs how the hardware is utilized. For example, how information is retrieved from a storage device. The interaction between the input and the output device is controlled by the software called the basic input-output system. Softwares as a whole can be divided into the number of categories based on the types of work done by the programs. The two primary software categories are system softwares and the application softwares. System software. This refers to a set of a program that facilitate the optional use of a hardware system by coordinating them. It consists of a program that start up the computer and perform some utility functions such as checking and getting the computers ready for the use. They are usually written to accomplish loading, execution, storage, and retrieval of the files from into the computer. They are basically an operating system, utility software, and language translators. Operating system. An operation system is a program that acts as an intermediary between the application programs and the computer hardware. You cannot directly use the computer application or the program with the computer hardware without a transaction system between the hardware and the software. This translation system is called as operational system, that is OS. The Windows or the Mac OS work behind the screen to turn your computer, that is the software and the hardware. It tells the computer what to do when it starts up and keep track on the documents, files and other software. It also provides the standard user interface components like menu and the desktop that you see that when you look at your computer screen. Both the Windows and the Mac OS operating system use the graphical interface. Pictures are the icons instead of text that allows you to immerse yourself in multitasking, accessing multi-application and the files simultaneously. You work with the windows in this interface. These windows are series of the boxes which can be opened and closed as needed. We shall be using a Microsoft Windows operating system as it is a common on the personal computers. There are a various type of an Microsoft Windows. A type of a Microsoft window is referred to as a version. Example of a version or Microsoft window 3.3, a Microsoft Window 95, Microsoft Window NT Workstation, Microsoft Window NT Server, Microsoft Window 98, Microsoft Window 98 Second Edition, Microsoft Window Millennium, Microsoft Window 2000 Professional, Microsoft Window 2000 Server, Microsoft Window XP Home Edition, Microsoft Window XP Professions, and Microsoft Windows Server 2003. Operating System, Process Management, Networking, Memory Management, System Protection, File Management, Command Interpreter System, Second Storage Management. Operation Systems Layer, User 1 Compiler, User 2 Email, User 3 Editor, User 4 is Chat, which all collide with System and Application Program, then to the Operation System and then to the hardware. Operation System is basic software that controls the major operation of the computer. It is a master computer program permanently stored in the memory, which interprets user commands, requests various kinds of the services, such as display, prints or copy a data files, list all the files in a directory, or execute a particular program. It provides the link between the user, the application program and the computer hardware with a view to controlling and managing the operations of the computer. The operating system has four major functions. It coordinates, the manipulates computer hardware. It organizes and manages the files on a variety of storage media. It manages the functions of the processor and it interfaces with the users. The function of the OS. First, resource sharing. Manages the resources by ensuring the proper and effective use. Second, provision of an vital mission, hiding the hardware details from the user. Third, memory management. It manages the efficient, effective usage of the internal memory, that is RAM, while running an multiple program. Fourth, protection and error handling. Fifth, file management. Sixth, facilities boosting. Seventh, manages multitasking, determines which the application should run, in what order and how much time should be allowed for each application before giving another application access to run. Classification of OS. This could be done based on the number of the program that can handle at the same time or the number of the users that can be accommodated on the system simultaneously. Hence, we have a single tasking and multitasking for the class 1 and single user and the multiple user OS for the class 2. Single user OS is a multitasking but can only allow only one user at a time. Example, PC, DOS, MS, DOS, CP or OS2. Multi-user uses OS is a multitasking and at the same time multi-users. This is done when a number of a computer workstation connects to a central computer so that all the other computers can use the work on the central computers. Example, UNIX, Xenix, PC MOS, Windows NT, Linux and Novell. Difference between the Windows and the Mac. The personal computer industry had generally started itself out along the lines of the two major operating systems, Mac and Windows. The Mac OS runs on CPU made by the Apple computer. The Windows OS made by the Microsoft runs on CPU made by many different companies, but not the Apple. Some of these companies are IBM, Dell, Compaq, Gateway, Fruit Juice, Sony, etc. When people talk about the difference between the Windows and the Mac, in general, they are expressing a personal reference about which operating system or hardware they believe to be superior. Utility software. This program is produced by the manufacturer to provide an useful facility for performing the common computing tasks of an routine nature to many computer systems. Example, system generator, text editor, antivirus, dumping routine, housekeeping operation system. Language translator. The language the computer understands is a machine language. OS and zeros and one, which is very tedious, time consuming, hard to write, read, or debug. Any program written in another language than this need the language translator which carries out the translation to this machine language. The three main types of a translator are assemblers, complainers, or the interpreters. Application software. Application software is a computer program designed to help the people perform a certain type of the task. An application thus differs from an operating system, which runs a computer, a utility which performs maintenance or general purpose tasks, or a language translator with which the computer programs are created. Depending on the work for which it is designed, on the application can manipulate the text, numbers, graphics, or a combination of these elements. Some application packages offers considerable computing powers by focusing on a single task, such as the word processing, spreadsheet, graphics, and the database program. Difference between the computer programs with the areas of application. A word processing with the package of Notepad, text editor, WordPad, Word Perfect, Word Star, Microsoft Word. Budget accounting with package of Lotus 1, 2, 3 and Micro Excel. Databases packages are Database 3.4, Oracle, Microsoft Excel, Coral Paradox, DBases, SQL and M-Access. Graphics packages are CorelDRAW, Adobe Photoshop, Jazz Paint Shop Pro, Instant Artist and Print Artist. Spreadsheet packages are Microsoft Excel and Access, Corel Quadro Pro, SunStar Calc. Book publishing packages are PageMaker, Microsoft Publisher. Seminar presentation packages PowerPoint. Engineering drawing packages AutoCAD, Archicad, Electronic Desktop. Statistical analysis packages are SPSS, SPLUS or statistical. Web designing packages are Microsoft Front Page. Classification of the computers according to the size. Computer exists in a wide range of size and power. The smallest are embedded within the circuitry of the application, such as television and the wrist watches. These computers are typically pre-programmed for a specific task, such as turning to a particular television frequency, delivering a doses of a mission, or keeping accurate time. They generally are hardwired, that is, their programs are represented as a circuit that cannot be reprogrammed. Mini computers, laptop, notebook, computer, and the desktop PCs are typically used in the business at home to communicate on the computer networks, for word processing to track the finances, and for the entertainment. They are equipped with a keyboard, a mouse, a trackball, or the other devices, and a video display monitor or the liquid crystal display, that is LCD, to display the information. Laptop and the notebook computers usually have the similar hardware and the software as the PCs, but they are more compact and have a flat, lightweight LCDs instead of the television like video display monitors. It equipped with a cellular phone, they can connect to the worldwide computers network to exchange their information regardless of the location. Workstation or similar to the personal computers but have greater memory and more extensive mathematical abilities, and they are connected to the other workstations or the personal computers to exchange data. They are typically found in scientific, industrial, and the business environmental, especially the financial one such as the stock changes that requires a complex and the fast computation. Mainframe computers have more memory speed and capabilities than the workstation and are usually shared by the multiple users through a series of an interconnected computers. The most powerful mainframe computers, called the supercomputers, control business, industrial work, scientific research, and the process complex and the time consuming calculations, such as those used to create and weather predictions. Large businesses, scientific institutions, some supercomputers have a many sets of an CPUs. These computers break a task into small pieces and each CPU process a portion to the task to increase overall speed and efficiency. Such computers are called as parallel processors. As the computer have increased in sophistication, the boundaries between the various types have become the less rigid. Computer viruses and security. Computer viruses. Viruses is a self-duplication computer program that interferes with a computer's hardware or operating system. They ranges from being merely irritating or disturbing to the very destructive. Computer viruses active when the instruction or the payload of the virus or an executable code that runs the programs are open. Once a virus is active, it may replace by various means and infect the computer files or the operating system. For example, it may copy parts of itself to a floppy disk to the computer's hard drive into an legislative computer programs, or it may attach itself to the email messages and spread the access across the computer networks by infecting the other shared drivers. Viruses attached to an email messages can infect an entire local networks in a minute. This is specifically called as a worm. Thousands of the viruses and the worm exist and can quickly contaminate millions of the computers. People who intentionally create the viruses are computer expert called as hackers. They also violate confidentially by observing the computer monitors and by imprisoning the authorities user in the other to gain access to the user's computer database, to steal the identities of the other people by obtaining the privacy identified information about them. They also engage in the software privacy and deface the website on the internet. They develop a powerful software crime tools such as the following. A. Internet eavesdropping snuffers, which interrupts the internet messages sent to other computers. B. Password gestures that tries millions of a combination of the character in effect to guess a computer's password. C. Vulnerability testers that look for the software weakens. D. Computer Service Satrer. E. Atomic Computer Virus Generator. Types of viruses. A. A boot sector viruses. Stores itself at the start of a disk and becomes activated by reading, starting or restarting the computer when the disk is in the boot drive. B. A file infector virus attached itself to the program files, that is, file that gives the instruction to a computer. These files usually have an extension like the X, COM or BAT. When the program is run, the virus executes. C. A macro viruses affects the data files, especially Word documents and the Excel workbooks. This virus types accounts for the vast majority of the infected files. When the infected documents is opened and the macro or ran, the virus is triggered and can perform the system operations such as creating or deleting the files or writing it into already existing files, and thus have the potential to cause a great deal of the damage. D. Worm or an email virus. For the purpose of this guide, it is not really a virus at all, in that it is not a self-replicating, but a chain letter phenomenon sent through the mail. The mail will, for some reasons or other, tell you to pass this message on to as many as people as possible. HOVAX virus alerts are a typical example of the chain emails. They are distinct from the virus in that they do not have the host file like the most other viruses, but are carried on the internet and can spread from one computer to the another by themselves, without the need for a user to assist the process by giving someone an infected file or disk. They are usually spread through the internet as an attachment. E. Trojan horses, or the program had some hidden, generally malicious functionality that the computer does not expect. They claim to be a things, example, an audio for example, when they are actually another example, code that will overwrite a portion of your hard disk. They do not run their own like a virus does, but rely on trickling the user to run them. They don't also replicate themselves, which is a major distinction between a virus and a Trojan. How viruses are spread. Viruses are spread by running the infected program or opening infected files. This can occur by using any of the following method: passing floppy disk from PC to PC, downloading, copying infected files from the internet, opening an email attachment, booting a PC with an infected bootable disk. Computer viruses work in two phases: infection phase and the attachment phase. Infection phase. In order to infect a computer, a virus has to possess the change to get exhausted between it can infect the computer system and spread to others. Events that can trigger the execution of a virus are included above. Attack phases. Viruses do destructive things such as deleting the files, erasing the data on the hard disk, sending random emails, or slowing down the processor by sending millions of an looped instruction. Since most users will try their best to delete the virus once it's launched the attack, most viruses delay revealing their presence by launching their attack only after they have had an ample opportunity to spread. This means that the attack may be delayed for a long time after the infection. Prevention of the computer virus. Computer users can prepare for a viral infection by creating backups or legitimate original software and data files regularly so that the computer system can be restored if necessary. However, the best prevention may be install of an current and well-designed antiviral software. However, the best prevention may be installation of an current and well-designed antiviral softwares. Such software can prevent a viral infection and thereby help stop it spread. Or obtain a virus checker for your own machine that registers the program with the manufacturer. They will regularly send you the updated versions of the software while your agreement is correct. New viruses keep appearing, so out of data virus software will not protect you and the checker is essential. Install the available security patches, particularly for the Microsoft products. Keep your floppy disk write protected whenever possible. If you are really cautious, change the setup option in your computer BIOS so that it will always boost from the hard disk, not from the floppies. Write protect MS Word's normal template to get limited protection against macro viruses. This template will be file called as normal dot. Select the read-only boot. Note that this will not disinfect the existing infected file. In Word, turn on the macro virus protection options in Tool, then Option, then Security tab, and finally the Macro Security button. By setting the level of a security you desire for the macros, then will warn you if file contains the macros, or you or a colleague may be creating the macros for some legitimate purpose, but they could also be viruses. If a warning appears, open the file only it comes from a trusted source. Note that it produces will warn you about the macros whenever malicious or the begins, but will not disinfect an existing infected file. Virus detection. Several types of an antivirus software can be used to detect the presence of the virus. Scanning software can recognize the characteristics of an virus computer code and look for these characteristics in the computer files. Antivirus software packages provide a complete protection against the virus. Other type of an antivirus software includes monitoring software and integrity cell software. Monitoring software is different from scanning the software. It detects the illegal or the potential damaging viral activities such as overwriting the computer files or reformatting the computer's hard drive. Computer security. There are techniques developed to safeguard the information and the information system stored on the computer. Potential that treats includes the destruction of the computer hardware and software and the loss, modification, theft, unauthorized use, observation or disclosure of an computer data. First, simple techniques. A variety of simple techniques can help prevent computer crimes, such as protecting the computer screens from the observation. Keep printing information on the computer is look facility backing up the copies of data files and software and clearing the desktop of sensitive information and the materials. Increasingly, however, some sophisticated methods are needed to prevent the computer crimes. These includes using the encryption techniques, establishing the software use permission, mandating the password, and installing the firewall and the instruction detection system. In additional control within the application system and disaster recovery plans are also necessary. Second, backup. Storing backup copies of software and data and having the backup computers and the communication capabilities or important basic safeguard because the data can be restored if it was already or destroyed by a computer crime or accident. Computer data should be backed up frequently and should be stored nearby in a secure location in a case of damage at the primary site. Trans- Transporting sensitive data to storage location should be done securely. Third, encryptions. Another technique to protect the confidential information is encryptions. Computer users can scramble the information to prevent unauthorized user from accessing it. Unauthorized users can unscramble the information when needed by using a secret code called a key. Without the key, the scrambled information would be impossible or very difficult to unscramble. A more complex for encryptions used two keys called the public keys and the private keys, and a system of a double encryptions. Each participant possesses a secret private keys and a public key that it is known to potential recipient. Both keys are used to encrypt and matching keys are used to decrypt the messengers. However, the advantage over the single key method lies with the private keys which are never shared and so cannot be interested. Fourth, approved user. Another technique to help prevent abuse and misuse of the computer data is to limit the use of computer and data files to approved persons. Security software can verify the identity of the computer users and limit their privilege to use, view and alter files. The software also securely records their actions to establish their accountability. Military organizations gives access rights to classified, confidential, secrets or top secret information according to the corresponding security clearance level of the users. Other type of organization also classify the information and specify different degree of protections. Password. Password and the confidential sequences of the character that allows approved person to make use of an specified computer software or information. To be effective, password must be difficult to guess and should not be found in dictionaries. Effective passwords contain a variety of characters and the symbols that are not a part of the alphabet. Another advantage of this password is because it is case sensitive. That is, advent is different from the advent. To the rot impostures, computer systems usually limit the number of attempts and restricts the time it takes to enter the correct password. Firewalls. Computer connected to the communication network such as internet as are vulnerable to electronic attacks because many people have the access to them. They can be protected by the firewall computer software placed between the network computers and the networks. The firewall examines the filters and reports on the information passing through the network to ensure its appropriateness. This function helps to prevent the saturation of the input capabilities that might otherwise deny usage to the legitimate of users. 7. Instructions detection system. These are the software that detect an unusual and suspicious activity and in some cases stop a variety of harmful actions. Basic computer maintenance. Maintenance. One of the most common questions computer users ask is, how do I maintain my computer and keep it running great? A computer is not like a car. It costs more than you think it should. It starts giving down in the value as soon as you bring it home and it requires a regular maintenance to keep it running smoothly. To properly deal with an repairable system, we need to understand how the concept is these systems are restored. That is, the maintenance action that the components undergo. In general, maintenance is defined as any actions that restores failed unit to an operational condition or retain non-failed units in an operational state. For repairable systems, maintenance plays a vital role in the life of a system. It affects the system's overall reliability, availability, downtime, cost of an operation, etc. Generally, maintenance actions can be divided into three types: corrective maintenance, preventive maintenance, and inceptions. Preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance is the practice of replacing the components of the subsystems before they fail in order to promote the continuous system operation. The schedule for the preventive maintenance is based on an observation of the past system behavior, component wear out mechanism, and the knowledge of which the components are the vital to continue the system operations. Cost is always a factor in the scheduling of preventive maintenance. It may, in many circumstances, it is financially more sensible to replace the parts of components that have not failed at the predetermined intervals rather than to wait for a system failure that may result in costly disruptions in the operation. Here are a few basic guidelines required. First, surge protections. Power surges, spikes, lightnings, and ground. Outside are all the little things that can literally burn up your computer and its peripheral. Save yourself a lot of money in repairs by buying a decent surge protector, power strip, for your computer and use it. A UPS, unirritable power supply, thought silently more expensive, is even better. Second, antivirus protection. Everyone should know about this by now. But we often see computers with either no virus protections at all or antivirus software that is badly out of the date. Nothing can be wrecked your computer faster than a virus, except for maybe electricity. But with a small investment in the good antivirus software and making sure you set it update itself daily. Third, minimize the number of the software you install. This is another thing many people overlook. Installing lots of programs on your computer is a lot like pulling a bunch of rowdy children together on a playground. Some of them may not play well together. A good rule of thumb is if you don't need, don't install. This is especially true when you surf the web. You will likely get bombarded with the pop-up ads trying to get you install all kinds of free utilities they claim your computer can't live without. Most of these are spywares, adware, and junk. Fourth, back up your important file. To minimize the potential of losing the important informations, always make a backup of your crucial files. To do this, you can use a CD burner, a backup tape system, or a removable disk drive, such as a JAS, zip, floppy, or the flash drive. Keep copies of these backups in another location, just in case you need to perform a disaster record. Fifth, the firewall protection. Systematic, not in personal firewall keeps the personal data in and hackers out. Right out of the box, it makes your PC invisible on the internet so that the hackers can find it. The program Intelligent Instruction Prevention technology block the suspicious internet traffics. And easy to use privacy controls prevents the personal information from being sent out with your knowledge. Internal and external components clearing. Dust is one of the leading causes of an hardware failure. All moving components are thoroughly cleaned and lubricated during the service visit. The case is opened and dust is removed from the motherboard and all the system boards. The CPU fan, power supply fan, and any other board's fans are cleared, lubricated, and tested. All the data cables are checked to be sure that they are securely heated on the system board. CD and the floppy disk drives are opened, cleaned and dusted for the data transfer. Externally, components such as keyboard, mouse, monitor and the printers are cleaned of dust and debris, and all the cable connections are checked. Connection to search the protectors or the UPS are checked. 7. Scan and defragment your hard drive on arrival. Your hard drive stores information in an open area of your hard drive. As you delete a data on your drive, open space appears. The computer will utilize this open space to store new information. Sometimes information for the particular files or the application is separated on a drive into several different locations. The totality of the information may not fit with the open space in one area, so that the computer will divide the information into several pieces. When you scan and defragment your hard drive, you are minimizing the risk of having the problem and the slowdowns caused by the separated data on your hard drive. The defragmentation will locate, delete open spaces and place associated the file back together again, helping your computer to run smoothly and faster. To do this, right click on the drive, then properties, then the toolbar, then defragmentation session, then the free defragmentation. Now select the drive, then analysis or defragment. Disk defragmentation. Disk defragmentation is a system utility for analyzing the local volumes. An area of an storage on a hard disk, a volume was formatting by using a file system such as FAT and NFDS, and has a drive letter assigned to it. You can view the content of a volume by clicking its icon in Window Explorer or in My Computer. A single hard disk can be multiple volume, and the volumes can also be scanned multiple disks, and locating and consolidating the fragmented files and folders. You can also defragment. Defragmentation is a process of rewriting the parts of a file to the continuous sectors on a hard disk to increase the speed of an access and retrieval. When the files are updated, the computer tends to save these updates on the largest continuous space on the hard disk, which is often on the different sector than the other parts of a life. When files are thus fragmented, the computer must search the hard disk each time the file is opened to find all the files part, which slows down the response time. Disk from a command line using the defrag commands. The best practices for the fragmentation of volume are endured below. Thank you.